Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Season 1, Episode 4, Raiders of the Lost Banana. Yes, I've done killing my vocal cords into a pillow. Some people, so this schedule's been lined up for weeks now, right? And I've been very open about the fact that we're covering the Donkey Kong Country show for months at this point. And one of the most common questions I've been getting is, why are you only covering 4 episodes? Do you really want me to cover 2 seasons of this? Do you really want to sit here and watch 2 seasons of this with me? I forced Mr. Red to stop funding this. I said, stop it. The show's funded. 4 episodes. And that's all I'm giving you. I haven't thought about it. I thought about it carefully because I thought about doing 1 episode. But then I was like, hold up. let's get a range, right? And I don't remember if I actually said this to you, Mr. Red. But one of the things I wanted was I wanted at least 1 season 2 episode. But you notice we do have 1 season 2 episode, so you can see the difference between the two. So, ladies and gentlemen, our second episode of This Trash. Oh, hang on. I said I was going to skip the intro, and I meant it. It's about a minute. Yep, there we go. Why does he punch the camera? Yeah, credits to Mr. Red. He put some thought into each of these. Oh, by the way, this episode's written by the same person who wrote the last episodes. That's cool! Some actual thought put into each of these episodes chosen, so this should be fun. Behold, in the dark times, before the days of good CGI, there was bad CGI. Before the dark times. Before the Toy Story. Yeah, how do you know that this cave is evil? There's got to be... All right, Bob? Yeah, what's up, boss? All right, we need to establish that this is the evil cave somehow. Well, gee, I don't know. Can we afford doing any kind of special effects? No, we're going to have to use the same texture everything else uses. Okay. Gosh. Let me think about this for a second. Okay. I've got it, boss!
You're forgetting yourself, Polly.
I'm trying to forget you, Bob.
Hey, that's gross insubordination.
Not as gross as you, Lizard Lardo.
Lardo? Let me at him, huh? No! Why not? Because Polly is the key to our taking over Congo Bongo.
About time you wised up, matey.
That's, of course, if I can trust you.
Who, me? Hey, Skipper, it's me. Loyal Polly Roger at your service.
He's gonna trust that double-crossing dodo bird?
So what's it gonna be, tool?
I don't even know where to start with dissecting this. I really don't. Please remember that these are motion captured. Like, watch this bird for a second. Here, let's mute this so you don't have to endure the sound for a second. Watch the bird. Remember that that's a person who's got a suit hooked up to them. Obviously, some of this is being keyframed, but this is motion capture. Just really, really process the fact that that's how they're doing the animation on this stupid show. In fact, there's an earlier bit too, which I believe is right here. Is this it? No, it might be after this. Oh my god. Just watch him. Just watch his arm movements and his hand movements. And did you notice how the hand movements don't really sync up with anything else? Here we go. This is the scene. Look at him. So you're probably noticing that looks kind of strange because for someone to motion capture that, they'd have to be like doing something kind of like this. And please remember, and I already told you this, that these are actually 2 actors doing the motion capture. There's one person who's got the bodysuit on, who's doing basically arms, legs, and torso. And then there's a completely separate person who has hands and head, face. And all of the sudden, everything makes a lot more sense about this, doesn't it? Because if you watch, there's just this massive disconnect between both constantly. I'm not even going to talk about the fact that this parrot is just confusing.
Director service.
He's gonna trust that double-crossing dodo bird?
So what's it gonna be, tool?
See this? It's the crystal coconut, and I must have it, and I order you to get it!
That's it?
I knew I could count on you. Count on him? Well, you certainly haven't brought me the coconut, you tired old tadpole! Polly, you lead the air attack. Seize the coconut! Clump, you provide ground cover.
I'm out of here. Hoist the anchor. Shove off.
Oh, the humiliation, the dishonor. I'm nothing but a bird watcher. Critters, march! Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop.
So one of the things that can really work for a lot of works of fiction is having a villain who's interesting, making them charismatic or intelligent or whatever. And one of the most common ways to do that is to try and specifically make it so that your villain is intelligent. And like the villainous plan is the thing in a lot of works of fiction. In fact, in a lot of works of fiction, the villainous plan isn't even revealed until it's actually already happened, because they want to keep the audience guessing. They want the audience to try and figure out what exactly it is that they're after. Why are they doing this? How is this working? Oh my God, they've sent in the drill tanks. Oh my God, that's how they're going to do it. But the drill tanks are actually just activating this gelatin, which is creating earthquakes, and the gelatin creates the earthquakes and makes the money fall down into it. And that's a direct reference. It points if you catch it. Like, the villainous plan is often not discussed until it's displayed. So we can get the enjoyment of either guessing what it is or the reveal of what it is. In this episode, the villain's plan is to send a bird to go capture the coconut. In case you actually missed that, that literally is the plan. He says right here.
It's the crystal coconut, and I must have it, and I order you to get it!
There you go. That's the plan. I order you to go get it. That's it. That's the plan. That's the reveal. That's the showcasing. That's the everything. I'm not even going to comment on the fact that we're reusing the exact same shot from earlier. Literally the exact same shot with the exact same camera and everything. I'm also not going to comment on the fact that this show has this weird fascination with butts. This is not me reading too much into it. The camera cannot stop shoving itself into characters' butts. It actually has already done that with King K. Rool, if you were paying attention.
Let's see. One beaker contains herbal tea, and the other is a metal-eating acid compound that could dissolve my innards in a nanosecond.
Ooh, monkey hole.
Oh, mighty crystal coconut. Maybe you could tell me which beaker has the battery acid.
All right. Get a load of the rock on the starboard side.
So, you remember how wow. Remember how the crystal coconut can do everything? I wasn't joking. The crystal coconut can do whatever it needs to. It is the truest example of a MacGuffin I have ever seen in fiction. It can quite literally do anything that is required of the plot. In this case, he literally has 2 vials, one of which has a super death battery acid, which he also mentions will kill him in nanoseconds. That's pretty impressive. And the other thing is an herbal tea supplement, which he puts immediately next to each other and in the exact same vials, which I feel explains itself. But as I said earlier, you're the one who put dog dew on my plate and forced me to review it. So here we are. So he decides to use the crystal coconut to figure out which one's which, because it can do that. Although, if you're paying attention, he phrased that question rather strangely. He should probably have been a little bit more specific, like which one of these vials has the acid, or something like that. Oh my god, banana seconds. I'm going to order a hit out on Duralis. Execute him as quickly as possible, please, and thank you.
Hey, so mighty CC. Huh?
Hi, matey. Polly got a coconut.
You buzzard! You pilfering pirate!
Yeehaw.
And that's it. The villain's plan has won.
Come back, you two-bit toucan!
I sure hope he remembered which vial was which.
Step, kick, boot, shuffle, and a toot, push. Listen to the rhythm, DK. Da 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 da. Oh, it's useless, little buddy. I got 2 left boots.
You aren't wearing any boots. Also, I'm sorry. I want you to suffer. I want you to suffer. Please do me a favor and watch the motion capture. Remember that this is a real actor. In fact, it is 2 acting for this. Watch, not here. It's right after this. Right here. Watch this. Just that sequence right there. This whole bit of him just gesticulating right here and just every single thing about that is disturbing on so many levels. I'm actually having trouble putting it into words. Also, for those of you who are more familiar with animation, you may or may not notice some interesting things about this scene. I'll give you a second. For those of you who are not familiar with animation, you basically can't work with animation at all and not notice these kind of things. It's one of those, once the genie's out of the bottle, it's immediately apparent. I'll give you 3, 2, 1. Okay, so Donkey's casting a shadow. Donkey's entire body is casting a shadow, including his foot, which is casting a shadow, which is visible under the foot. In fact, actually, both of them are. Okay. Yeah, the mirror is not casting a shadow. The bananas are not casting a shadow. In fact, there's probably, based on the simple shape of the room, there should be a shadow being cast by the entire room itself, but there isn't. But there is a shadow being cast by that furniture over there. Actually, that might be Diddy's shadow, now that I'm looking at that. Hang on. It is. It's Diddy and possibly the tire, but it's definitely Diddy. So there you go. There's 3 things that are actually casting shadows here.
I got 2 left boots. If you're gonna take Candy dancing on your anniversary...
You thought I was joking. You thought I was joking. You didn't believe me, did you? The A plot is getting the crystal coconut, and the B plot is banging Candy.
You gotta dance. You're right. Here goes.
Okay, credit where credit is due. Actually showing his reflection in the mirror is more impressive than it sounds.
Step, kick,
Look at that.
kick, to shoving a boot.
It's probably a double render instead of an actual reflection, but it's still more impressive. I'm with it. Also shows his butt.
DK!
I'm gonna-
You all right, Buckaroo? Just fine, little buddy. You had it there. Well, almost. I'm gonna have to come up with something else for the anniversary of our first date.
What's all the racket? I could hear you clear through the jungle to my place.
Cranky, what's up?
Polly Roger stole the coconut. It's your job to get it back.
Stole the coconut? Why would Polly want it?
You can bet Karul is behind it.
Karoo. Time to bust a move.
At some point, I feel like I'm just explaining all the things that are on the screen. I'm just saying all the things that are on the screen. Like, it's a recitation at a certain point. So, somehow Cranky manages to bust over here very quickly. There's no indication of, like, the landing spot or where exactly the barrel was busted. Nothing is casting shadows here except for these 2. In fact, actually, no, they are still casting shadows, although they're in unusual directions. I could talk about how you have the exact same mountain on the right there, which is then copy-pasted to the exact same mountain in the middle there. I could talk about how everything about the facial capture and about the animation. I could talk about how the plot point is they have to go save the crystal coconut because, of Of course it is. I could talk about how he's desperately trying to go bang Candy, and that's the only thing he cares about because the only functioning nerve cell, or sorry, the only functioning brain cell he has is in his dick. I can also comment on this bit.
Time to bust a move.
Why did they do that? I'm sorry, that seems like such a minor thing of all of the trash we just watched, but for some reason it's the thing that actually bothers me the most, is that they do the pew thing, and they even leave the freaking dust clouds showing how quickly they zoom by. That's not true. Candy is wearing shorts.
Any sign of that?
Oh my god, I've never seen that before. Oh my god, it's there twice. Oh my god, it's there twice. Okay, you can't see my mouse, can you? Hang on, I can actually fix it. I can make it so you can see my mouse. Here we go. There we go. See my mouse? There we go. So you see this branch over here? Which is not connected to anything. It's just, you can see the open space where it's supposed to be rendered onto something. There's also one up here. I've never even noticed that before. There's just two branches just sitting there out in the open. And
buzzard?
It's only me from over the seas and Polly Roger the pirate.
There he is! He's got the coconut! I got him.
why did he not take it straight to K. Rool's place? Oh my god, look at how bad this JPEG is. Look, this is Kingdom Hearts 1 crap with this freaking background. No offense to Kingdom Hearts 1. But you remember that? Remember how bad the backgrounds looked? Like, they would be like, oh my god, this is just an early PS2 game. Like, look at this. Look at this. I'm sorry to keep pointing out the graphics, but, I mean, it's an animated show. This is the gameplay of the show, right? Yeah, literally Donkey Kong Country had better graphics than this.
Think you can lose me that easily?
Naturally, he lost him that easily.
Hey, you okay? Get up, come on. Let's go, go, go. Polly's getting away with the coconut. We gotta stop him. Come on. The coconut? Oh, the ancient temple.
You can fly. What are you doing? What was that run cycle? I'm sorry. Did you see that? Watch Donkey here for a second. I don't think I'm physically capable of doing what he was doing because his arms, no, I'm not. I'm physically incapable. His forearms were up here at this angle, but behind him. So he was like doing this, except his head was up and it just. And then there's Diddy over there. But like, really look at Donkey. Look at him. Look. And yeah, he's also slowed down for some reason. I'm not even going to comment on the fact that his monkey butt is right there again. We should just have a monkey butt counter at this point.
Let's find him quick and get out of here.
Oh man, look at those bricks.
Did you hear that?
Look at those bricks.
There he is.
Baboons on the bow, baboons on the bow, on the bow.
Why does he keep hovering in range of them and taunting them? Is everyone an idiot in the show? Oh, right.
Eat my tail feathers.
We got him cornered.
Now tell me what's about to happen. You know what's about to happen. Oh no, Colgrim, it's so much worse. Did you know that 3 separate studios made this show? This episode, I should be more clear. Because actually 7 separate studios made this show. Thank you, Loner, for the sub. Always appreciate. Yes, Frieza got it immediately. Frieza immediately understands what's about to happen. Because anybody familiar with this sort of visual shorthand has seen this scene. It's even usually a fun scene. Let's see if they manage it here. But first, Planescape Torment, Ace Combat X, Project Wingman. Thank you, as always, Loner. How much of this do I actually remember? There are bits and pieces I have not remembered, to be quite honest with you. Like, I never noticed that trees before. So we'll see. We'll see as we go. I'm not that great with episode names.
You take that one. I'll take this one. Right. Ah! Over here. Ah! I got him. Get the coconut. Oh. What a dodo bird.
That's it. So for those of you who don't know the Scooby-Doo moment, there's actually some really good ways to do it, legitimately. The usual format is actually pretty simple. Yeah, usually have like one person, one person, one person, two people, and there's like an escalation to it, right? Because it gets weirder and weirder as it progresses. So like as it gets to the point where these two people are chasing the other person, but then the other person's chasing the two people. And yeah, you switch the roles around. So like sometimes it's like the good guy and the bad guy are both running from the good guy, or the bad guy bumps into the good guy and it's like, oh, sorry, no, it's okay, my bad. And then they go this way. And they mess with it, right? They mess with the format. And it escalates weirder and weirder until it gets to the point of non sequitur. And yeah, sometimes there's a character who's not even supposed to be there who's part of that. But this, let's watch that whole sequence again. Because this is pathetic.
We got him cornered. Oh, no. Where did he go? You take that one. I'll take this one.
So the exact format here is they split up. Bird, both. Bird, both. Switch, bird, in, done. That's it. That's it. You took a formulaic joke, not even a bad joke, and ruined it. I'm actually angry.
We gotta tell Cranky this place isn't so bad. Cranky's just a gloomy Gus. There's nothing in here. Did you see that? The place is booby-trapped. Run! Turbocharge it! Move it! I'm moving.
Speaking of tropes that they're ruining.
Oh, it's a dead end. We're trapped. We're doomed. Where are we? Look, a banana.
No, donkey.
Just what I need.
Donkey. First of all, yeah, the coconut could show them the way. Second of all, I was actually going to bring up, where are the spikes coming from? If you've been paying attention to the textures of the bricks, and boy howdy I have been, they're straight, flat, with no holes in them. If you pay attention during several of the old Indiana Jones films, they actually bother to show that the holes are there on the sides of the wall before they actually spring the trap. Because of course they do. Because the holes are there. It's just duh, right? Like, this is such a basic duh thing. But they just kind of come out of the walls. Out of absolutely nowhere. Yeah, even Dark Souls games, which tend to be some of the worst gotcha games in gaming, still tend to show you where the holes are, so you can see where the traps are going to come from. But here it's just like, let's just rewind a second, because we see a good shot of it right there. Look at that. Look at that. Where are they coming out from? Look. They're just coming out of the ground and also the floor. Also, they have a shadow cast on them, which is funny. Like, if you're gonna save an animation and rendering time, why not get rid of the shadows on the poles, right? Oh my god. And then, of course, they plummet. And then we find a banana. I know that you have at least one functioning brain, and it's probably not in your dick. But would you just grab a random banana that's standing on a pedestal in the middle of a room? Like, ignoring in real life, or of course you wouldn't, that's stupid. But even if this was like a video game, even if this was like a thing where you're like, okay. We walk into the room. Oh, there's a banana on the pedestal.
Starving! Excuse me? You're tossing the crystal coconut for a banana?
Thank you, Diddy, for rubbing together the only two brain cells this show has.
I'm hungry. Aw, phooey. It's not even a real banana. It's only gold. Gold? Wait a sec. This make a perfect present for Candy.
Inca, dinka, don't.
It's the sleeping-eyed loving Kadinka-Doo. Not anymore. He looks kinda mad.
Inca, dinka, don't.
Real mad.
But he hasn't done anything. No, he literally hasn't done anything. And you're still holding onto the banana. Just put the banana back on the pedestal. He hasn't done anything yet. There's no lava coming. Oh yeah, check this out. Do you like that animation? Hang on, I'll show it to you one more time.
Don't.
Here it is. Ready for this extremely high-tier animation. Here it comes. Look at it. Soak it in. Absorb its glory. Also, as an aside, you notice how none of the leaves are moving at all? Like, none of the ferns are moving, none of the plants are moving. One moment, please. Baby, what are you doing? It's still does. Why are you still? So anyways, literally a still image. In fact, even in the still image, a lot of it doesn't have shadows. Some of it does. You can see over here there's some shadows. Okay, we need to get to some perv stuff. Let's do it. I'm ready to perv it up.
Well, you ninny, where is it?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh. No, I can't even start my day without some lizard bud.
I had it, then I lost it.
Lost it?
Yeah, so sue me. If I had a little more ground support against the Army of 8, I might have kept it.
I'm sorry, the way his head clips in and out of his body really bothers me for some reason. And I know they all do that. Like, literally all of them. I've actually already shown how Candy's fur clips out of her shorts, by the way. But, like, I want you to... Hang on, this is... Come on. Oh my god, where was the shot? Like, just look at his head. Look at the bird's head. Look at that clipping. Look at that clipping. That is just kind of disturbing. And it's back to normal. Ah! Okay.
You had orders to provide ground support. What's your excuse?
Tactical error. I lost them.
The tactical error was giving you the job, you landlubber.
Well, you lost the coconut, bud brain.
Did not, swamp snout.
Did too, chicken lips.
Not
Two.
Not
Shut up! You are both incompetent imbeciles. You're both fired. Out! Out!
All right, I'm leaving. Get your skippies in a square knot.
Well, it's back, safe and sound.
You know, couple things. Like, before I really get into this. First of all, why is the motion capture for, God, I don't even know his name. The military guy there.
Get your skippies in a square.
Doing this thing where, like, his arms are always out like this. Second of all, please remember that every additional bit of detail you add to a model adds to render time. That's especially true when you're doing an animated work. So you need to make sure that you try to either limit those or you know what you're doing with regards to render time. So if you're doing a show on the cheap, like this show absolutely is, you probably don't need to show the frickin' nipples.
He's in a square knot.
Well, it's back, safe and sound.
Monkey butt.
Now I feel better. Yeah, doofus!
What did I do?
You woke the sleeping idol of Inca Dinkadoo.
We were
You ready for a song, right? Because there's got to be a song.
in and we were out. Bada bing, bada boom. No big deal.
Maybe, maybe not. You didn't touch anything?
Nope. Nothing.
Then what's that?
Oh, this. It's just a little something I picked up for candy.
It's starting.
What is?
The Encyclopedia Bananica.
What's it say?
That's the second time that a book has just dropped out and opened up to the exact page they needed to be on. Have you caught that? Oh, you didn't expect this style of music for this, did you?
You have brought the wrath of Inca Dinkadoo on down.
How can such a pretty thing as this make things really go amiss? All I want is Candy's kiss.
You're a fool, can't you see that there's a curse? Put the banana back or things are gonna get much worse.
What's with all the worry? Can't you see I'm in a hurry? It's a perfect gift for our anniversary.
The curse will bring the destruction of the entire island, and there'll be no bananas left for you to eat.
No bananas?
It's the curse of the golden banana. 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 Don't you get it, you big baboon? It's bad luck. Catastrophic karma. You've got to return the banana now.
So, I say without hyperbole that the musical numbers are probably the single actual best thing in this show, and that's not joking. I want you to really process that for a second. Really, Blade Traval? Well, you and I will now professionally disagree on this point, because what we're talking about is incredibly bad story sequencing. Here's what I would have done. I would have had Cranky be like, "Oh my God, don't you know what you've done?" And he wanders over to the book, pulls it out, opens it up to the right page. It's this thing! That wouldn't have bothered me, which is what you're describing. But that's not what happened. Instead, he's saying, something might have happened. And then an earthquake happens. The one random book, which happens to be the right book, falls out of the thing. And that one random book happens to open to the right page. He's not even looking for it. He's not looking for it. The correct book falls out. Then it opens to the right page. And then he roams over. And then he gets the correct information. The sequencing is literally reversed of what should be happening here. So no, negative to story.
I do?
You do. You've unleashed a curse on all of us. The entire fate of
Oh yeah, by the way, 2 episodes in a row that are a curse based.
This would have scored a whole lot of points for me with candy.
This will score a whole lot of points for me with King K. Rool.
This whole thing seems kind of stupid now. A banana, cursed.
But Cranky said...
Hey, when it comes to bananas, I'm the expert.
Hey, DK!
Candy!
Oh boy, here we go.
I hate everything about her.
Little golden banana bauble wouldn't happen to be for me, would it?
I want you to really picture that you're walking up to someone on the street, and the way you walk up to them is, "Hey, I don't suppose that you're saying hi to me." Like, I'm just... And yeah, her shorts. Really do me a favor and look at her shorts, because you can literally see the fur
Golden banana.
sticking out of her shorts. Like, it's more obvious in animation. So I'm going to play it in action, but literally.
Oh boy, here we go.
That little golden banana.
Look at it.
bauble
You
wouldn't
could
happen
see
to
the
be
fur
for
texture,
me,
or the fur
would it?
objects pulling out of the texture periodically.
Our anniversary.
It's beautiful.
There. Look, do you see it? Do you see it?
Curse, DK.
Oh, DK, it's the prettiest, nicest present I've ever gotten. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome, welcome, welcome.
I gotta go. I'm late for work. See you soon, you little love monkey.
She called me a love monkey. Yeah, well, you snap out of it, smart guy. You just gave away the sacred golden banana of Inca Dinkadoo. What have I done? Yeesh.
When I started this series, I made a comment that every single character in this show constantly holds the idiot ball. I wasn't actually being facetious. Like, a lot of things, like, internet discourse has destroyed the ability to comment on things literally. Have you noticed that? I can't say, this is the worst show I've ever seen, because you don't believe me. You don't. Because people have said that Episode 1 of Star Wars is the worst movie ever made, or Episode 8 of Star Wars is the worst movie ever made, or some of the Discovery stuff is the worst episode of Star Trek ever made, or whatever. And all of that is nonsense. It's exaggerative to get across a point. What they're saying, what they mean, are two different things. What they mean is, I don't like this, and I'm trying to emphasize this. It's kind of how the word literally has, thanks to logical discourse and how language works, has devolved into just meaning an exaggerative, right? Just a bigger thing. What is the worst movie ever made? Oh, geez, I don't know. I've seen Birdemic, I should mention. I've also seen Battlefield Earth, but actually it's the Emoji Movie. So, yeah, no, exactly, Rex. Some people just don't have exposure to the secret of stars of shows or movies or games. And so they don't know how bad bad can go. I mean, someday we actually may go below Secret of the Stars. We haven't gotten there yet, but that is actually something that's way, way down there at the bottom. And we've broken that floor several times, too. So you look at this nonsense, and it's hard, I say things like everybody has the idiot ball, or this is one of the worst, or if not the worst shows I've ever seen, and all that kind of stuff. But the problem is, you think I'm joking, or you think I'm exaggerating. You probably aren't even consciously thinking that, because we are so programmed, thanks to exposure, to presume that those statements are not literal. But unfortunately, I have eaten sand before. I have played Atari games, I've played early NES games, I've played some of the worst games ever made, I've watched some of the worst shows ever made, I have watched some of the worst movies ever made. I have gone pretty far down that stupid barrel. Yeah, I've played FF14 1.0, the worst game probably ever made. Please understand, for a moment, that this sequence of events is that they're on their way to go return the golden coconut, which is why they're going by this dock for absolutely no reason, at which Candy shows up and says, give me that. Donkey says, sure thing, because he's thinking with the wrong head again. Diddy lets him, and it's worse than Diddy just letting it happen, because Diddy is commenting on how bad of an idea this is the entire time. Then Diddy says, hey, you just gave the banana to her. And then he says, oh yeah, I did. I'm sorry to break that down like that, but I really need you to understand how much this is a failure at every level of storytelling. Everything about this is wrong. The sequencing, the dialogue, the structure, the voice acting, the voice directing, the camera angles, the pacing, the structure, the intro point, the outro point, the delay, I already said pacing. Just everything about this is wrong. This is the kind of individual scene I would have to actually sit and put thought into. This is why I didn't do this. Into how many negatives this one sequence would get. And yeah, this kind of a thing works if it's a parody. This kind of a thing is the kind of thing that you do in a parody. And that's the problem, is when you've hit the parody point without actually intending to, you done screwed up, son.
Well, finally back from lunch.
I want you to do me a favor, and I want you to savor that ground texture. Soak it in. Soak it in. Really enjoy, really savor that N64 ground texture. Oh my god. That is so bad. And I know what you're thinking. Lore, you're being harsh. Graphics. No, I'm not. I'm not even going to point out how much games and shows and movies that came out before this look better. I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole. Remember, Reboot predates this show, right? But let's ignore that for a second. Because if for whatever reason you are limited in what you can do with your texture usage and your repetition and all that, then what you need to do is you need to use careful camera angles and camera usage to make sure that it's not super obvious. Oh, that's another good one. Beast Wars. There's another good example. Predates this show. So that's two shows that do good stuff with CGI. Beast Wars and Reboot. I recommend both shows, by the way. So the problem here is, look at this shot for just a second. First of all, it's a still shot, which is its own problem. But second of all, in fact, hang on, let's double check something.
Well.
Yep, that is literally a still shot. Even the clouds aren't moving. So you have this kind of a shot, and this is the shot you're handed as the director. Okay, move the camera so that about 33% of the shot is not just blue sky, and the other 33% of the shot is not this repeat texture. Zoom the camera in, change the angle, move it around. If you're whatever even stuck with this terrible, terrible render, move where the camera's rendering so you see something other than blank and repeated noise.
Finally back from lunch. And 2 minutes late.
Sorry, Buster, I was busy receiving.
Receiving what?
Who wrote this dialogue? I was busy receiving. I'm sorry. Sex joke. Okay, got that out of the way. She did just receive the golden banana from Donkey. But who talks like that? Also, did you notice that Bluster is pissed off about the fact that she was only 2 minutes late? Oh yeah, by the way, Donkey wears a tie, Diddy wears a shirt, Cranky wears a shirt. What clothing does Bluster wear? We know why Candy's clothed. It's because she's a woman. But yeah, he's got, exactly. All he's got is the cuffs and the fake mustache. Or worse, it's not even fake. But my point is, he is the least clothed person in this show by far. And for some strange reason, that just makes it even weirder that he's the one whose only goal is to mount Candy.
This present from Donkey Kong.
A banana? What a cheapskate.
Cheapskate? Look again. It's a genuine 24-karat banana.
Earthquake! Run for it!
Oh. He's also got, I don't even remember what those are called, but like foot cuff things. I actually can't remember what, there's a term for that. I can't remember. You wear it under like your shoes, your nice shoes. So he does actually have some kind of shoes. Holy crap. I will consider myself corrected on that.
Thanks for stepping on my head on the way out.
I was getting to the copter so I could airlift you out.
Right. Least you can do is give me a lift home.
Of course! Hop in.
But your work shift's just started. She's even late for the work shift by 2 minutes, something you bothered to just point out. And it's been less than 2 minutes since that point in time. Why are you sending her home?
Get you home all safe and sound.
Cut the chatter, Bluster, and fly this thing.
Hold on. As much as I hate to keep looking at her boobs. Yeah, no, that's what I thought.
Get you home all safe and...
So look at them. Okay, right? Look at her boobs. Look at her boobs. Okay, you watching them? You watching them? Because they're just like disappearing into her torso there. Because they're a separate object from her torso. So they're just being shoved into her chest. They're folding into her chest.
Chatter, Bluster, and fly this thing.
Of course they'd be a separate object.
That was a close one, huh?
Yeah. Well, at least I hung on to my gold banana.
What was that?
Whoa! Hang on! Mayday! Mayday! We're going down!
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't want to be too negative about this shot because it's just a few seconds, but look at that island render. Look at that island render. There's the island. Behold its glory. Look at it. Look at it. There's not even actually a beach. There's just like the lighter blue line and then the blue line and then the endless sea. It's Secret of the Stars. It's Secret of the Stars. Oh my god.
Shake, rattle, and roll.
The barrel copter! Mommy will be livid.
Tell her to take a number. I was livid first.
What about me?
What a...
Oh my god, why is that the dialogue? Why is this the dialogue? I feel like I'm playing Starfield again.
about you?
I'm livid.
You can be livid later. Now get this thing out of my house.
I'll do what I can.
Hey, what's that?
What?
That golden banana, where'd you get it?
DK gave it to me for our anniversary.
Donkey Kong gave you that? This is all his fault. He's brought bad luck on all of us.
I don't even know where to dissect exactly how terrible that sequence was. I don't even know where to even begin. Negative for animation, 3 negatives for dialogue, negative for sequencing. Moving on.
I know, I'm fired, but I ran my own recon mission. I thought you'd like to know. Donkey Kong has in his possession the golden banana of Inca.
I just really want you to appreciate his nipples. Soak them in. Take them in. Suffer. Suffer. Okay. Oh my god, look at the background. Look at how awful that background is. What in God's name is going on with this background texture?
Cadu, you saw it with your own eyes?
Yes, your mightiness.
Think of the possibilities, Clump. Do you realize the things I could do with the crystal coconut in one hand and the golden banana in the other?
A juggle?
No, you lunkhead! I could take over all of Congo Bongo. I could be the master of evil. So get me that banana, General Clump.
Yes, sir!
Notice that once again the villain's plan, this is the second villain plan in the same episode, by the way, is go get the banana and the crystal coconut. If you were not here earlier, his earlier plan was to go and get the crystal coconut.
This is not smooth. I blew it. I brought bad luck on everybody. What do I do?
Cranky'll know how to fix it.
Whoa!
Cursed? Ha! I'll show them cursed.
Hey, Candy, it's me, your little love monkey. What happened here?
Donkey Kong, you wouldn't believe it. There was an earthquake that destroyed the factory, and then Bluster was taking me home, and his copter went kaput and crashed into Cranky's.
Candy, I got a level with you.
Yeah, first of all, why did you just recite the incident of the last few minutes that we literally just saw? Second of all, the entire factory wasn't destroyed. All that was knocked over was a couple of barrels, maybe like 8 at most. And third of all, you know where this is going, right?
It's the golden banana.
What? Don't you start telling me it's cursed too.
It is. It belongs to the big dude in the Temple of Inca Dinkadoo.
Nice try. You gave it to me and I'm keeping it. Unless you want to break the whole thing off.
No, but...
Fine. So the banana's mine.
Wait! It's only gonna bring bad luck!
To anyone who tries to take it away from me.
I've heard several people say that Bluster is the worst character in this show. I would like to posit that it's actually Candy. She is such a bitch, if you'll excuse my language. You've only seen 2 episodes so far, and you've seen how much of an antagonistic force she is. She is aggressive, stupid. Everyone's stupid. Everyone's stupid. But she's aggressive, violent, not funny, constantly blames people for things that have nothing to do with them. And her only purpose in existing is either to yell at the main characters, cause the threat of the weak, or to then fawn over the heroes after they succeed. Yes, she is literally more of an antagonist than King K. Rool is, and I'm not actually joking about that. Again, this is not me saying that episode 1 is the worst movie ever. This is me speaking quite literally. She's the villain here. She actually has demonstrated using DK several times. Again, in just 2 episodes, we've already seen this. And even after being informed by Cranky, Diddy, and Donkey, at least one of those people she probably should have been willing to listen to, that this is a cursed artifact that is causing problems, and she has demonstrated this, she has observed this happen personally twice. She flat out says no, and also, screw you, this is mine. She also threatens to break up with Donkey if he tries to retrieve the cursed artifact. If this was another show, I would wonder if this thing was literally mind-controlling her.
Hey, you 2 lugs. Help me out here.
Ancient curses, bad luck. I've never heard such lame excuses in my life. Ah!
Well. A golden banana of Inka Dinkadoo. This will be my greatest campaign yet.
But the campaign's over. You approached her with a gun and you win. You did it.
So how do I get Candy to give up the gold banana? I don't want to make her even madder.
Chill out. We'll figure it out. We need a plan.
You're right. Let's eat.
How can you think about eating? We still gotta figure out how to get the banana back.
It's all this banana talk. Banana, banana, banana. I can't think when I'm hungry. Huh?
Oh, thanks, matey. It was getting chilly in here.
What are you doing in my fridge?
How did you get in here? How did you close the door when you were in here? Why is he keeping crackers in his fridge? First of all, why is he keeping crackers, period? Second, why is he keeping crackers in his fridge?
What's it look like? Having a snack.
Go back to Karul, you pillaging pirate.
I gave the old guy the heave-ho. I'm offering me services to you 2.
Yeah, like we can really trust you.
Oh, it's true. I tell you, I've given up the evil ways. Give me another chance, fellas, please.
Well, I don't know. What do you say, little buddy? Do we trust him or not?
I'll tell you what, mate. To seal the deal, I'll give you some inside super secret double hush-hush info.
Super secret double hush-hush?
That's right. Karul is holding your main squeeze prisoner.
How would you know that? How does news just instantly transmit across everyone in this stupid island? Is everyone part of, like, a hive mind and just instantly always knows everything that's happening everywhere instantly? Also, what's going on with Donkey's teeth in this? This is just such a strangeness. I'm so confused about everything that I'm seeing on this stupid scene. Is it selective? Is it a channel thing? Like, do you have to switch to the Candy channel? Is Donkey ever off the Candy channel?
Candy? Prisoner? What for?
Why are his teeth? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, hold on.
I'll tell you what, mate.
What do you say, little buddy? Do we trust him or not?
Yeah, okay, so he has no teeth there at all. Yep, okay. Hi, Random.
Tell you what, mates. To seal the deal, I'll give you some inside super secret double hush-hush info.
Super secret double hush-hush?
That's right.
God, I hate the clipping of his head.
Cruel is holding your main squeeze prisoner.
Okay, so, like, watch this sequence, okay? So, the teeth... There's no teeth, right? Okay, okay. Yeah! And then they pop up and then go away. And then they're back, and then they go away. And then they pop out and they go. Like, that's the most obvious. Shaking. Like, you can feel the teeth. Shink. he just pops the teeth out randomly.
4.
'Cause she's got the banana.
It's the curse, and it's my fault.
Yes, actually.
Miss Kong, I'm a reasonable reptile. What will you take for that banana?
Why are you trying to bargain with a woman who is... You just... Oh my God, just take the banana. Just take the banana. Why aren't you just taking the banana? Why didn't you just shoot her and take the banana? Why didn't you take the banana around the forest? Why did you even bring her here? There's absolutely no reason for her to be here. Just take the banana. She's a frickin' Kong. You have her surrounded by people who also have a gun trained on her. Take the banana!
Save your lizard breath. I'm not interested in selling.
I'm beginning to lose my patience, Miss Kong.
That's impressive, considering you've only been talking for 20 seconds. This scene has just been going for 20 seconds and you're already losing patience. Do we need to have you diagnosed for ADHD? Listen, let's go ahead and get you in. We'll get you talked to. Don't worry. I know it feels like it's a shame thing, but it's not your fault, okay? Like, there's no blame figure of actually having such a diagnosis. It probably also helps to explain why your pupils have randomly just decided to vanish from existence. One of the other signs of ADHD is that your teeth will randomly just eject out of your gums periodically, but then kind of sink back in like retracting knives. It's a very common thing. It happens to people all over. There's no shame in it. One in three. 1 in 3.
And you don't want to see me lose my patience,
So in case you actually didn't catch what was going on with his eyes there,
Miss Kong.
it's actually a common animation trick. I'm not going to make too much fun of this, but if you're paying attention, he blinks his eyes, but he doesn't. His eyebrows don't move at all. He has no eyelids. So when he blinks, it's just his pupils that blink. I've been noticing this whole time, but this is probably the best showcasing of it. So it just goes beep.
And you don't want to see me lose my patience.
Ooh, I'm really scared.
You should be. You'll be punished. You're grounded. Off to the dungeon with her.
Oh, you wouldn't. You couldn't.
Yes, I could. And I will. Take her away, Clump.
Yes, Your Majesty!
No, you can't. Help! Help!
Once again, I feel stupid for even pointing out the ridiculously obvious here. But she goes immediately from, ooh, I'm so scared, and then to the very next line is, wait, you couldn't, you wouldn't, no! And she immediately starts wailing for help. That's a real thing that she really does. She also refuses to give up the banana still, and they still refuse to take the banana, even though she's just holding on. You can just grab it. It's right there.
No, you can't. Help! Help!
Hang on, Candy! Bananas!
Donkey Kong!
Donkey Kong!
Let go of her, you pawn gat!
Clump!
Yes!
I'm sorry. Nobody's holding her. Like, she's pretty much, by the definition, not being... There's nothing to let go of. Like, physically as well as metaphorically. She's barely being held against her will here.
Let go of her, you pawn gat!
Clump! Yes, sir! Critters! Attack! Critters?
Come on, Candy. I'll take you home.
All right. You're still my little love monkey.
Yeah, you knew this was coming. There has to be a second thing. Remember, there's two. There's two songs in every episode, and you noticed there wasn't a second one.
When I see a smile on your hairy face, I know there's no other rape that could take.
Be honest, Mr. Ed. Is this song why you put this one on the list?
I can't believe you feel the way that you do. Your love is like a dream come true.
You are the sunlight warming up my day.
What is this expression?
My hand and everything's okay.
What?
I see bananas when I look in your eyes. I'd shower you with coconut cream pies. A love like ours don't grow on trees.
Our love is like a summer breeze.
Can't you see we're meant to be? Our love is stronger than a golden banana. Our love is stronger than a golden banana. Stronger than a golden banana.
That's the most beautiful thing I ever saw. It warms the cockles of my cold, cold, cold-blooded heart.
No, random.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, you lovebirds.
Oh, Clump!
Yes, Your Majesty?
Cut it out, you lunkhead!
Now, I wanted you to listen to the entire song first, but I want you to really understand that there's this thing called the internet, which you've probably heard of. Now, that whole song sucks. Of course, every song, this thing sucks. But I want you to understand that the internet likes to pull out slices of things and say, here, and then turns them into memes. So you've probably heard the line before.
Look in your eyes. I'd shower you with coconut cream pies.
That line right there is rather infamous. I imagine most people's awareness of the show actually came from that line. I'm not even going to go into the obvious sexual innuendo of that line. I just want you to understand that for some strange reason, he actually legitimately thought that it's a romantic thing to sing, I would shower you in coconut cream pies. Like, ignore the innuendo. I know it's hard. I know it's really, really hard and long and kind of straight, but just ignore the innuendo for just a second. And I want you to picture that as part of his courting mating ritual with Candy, he gets several coconut pies and just smashes them all over her. Literally smashing coconut cream pies on her. And this is not only considered acceptable in universe, but out, because someone wrote that line and said, yes, this sounds like a romantic line to say. I just want you to understand. Yes, remember that she broke up with him in the previous episode for a cake being smashed onto her face, by the way. Banana cake, even. Oh, that's it. It was a banana cake instead of a coconut cake. It has to be the right cake. That makes so much sense.
See, Stoneface? It's yours. We're sorry. We should have never taken it in the first place. So, can you lay off on the curse thing?
Inca Dinka will do.
He's happy. We're happy. Everybody's happy. No more bad luck. We hope.
Monkey butt.
Look what I found!
Hey, I thought you were on our side.
I changed my mind.
Some loyalty.
You want loyalty? Get a Cocker Spaniel!
What was that animation?
Oh, again. Oh, boy. He's steamed.
Dinka, dinka, dog.
Run for it!
So Karul has the banana.
We tried to give it back.
This is not good. Let's see what the Encyclopedia Bananica says.
What's it say?
Are we doomed?
No. But Karul is. You think just taking the banana was bad? Get a load of this. Anyone who takes the banana and plans on doing bad, evil, or mean things with it better beware.
Oh my god.
Only a minor setback. I still have the banana.
Inca, dinka, doomed.
And that's the end of that episode. But I'm sorry. No. We've got to watch that explosion again. We have to see it again. We have to. One more time. Oh my god. Oh my god. Better than this, Spartan. That is impressive. That is such an impressive explosion. I am It's a superimposed low res nothing. It's because it's an actual explosion. Like that's a shot of an actual explosion happening, and they just superimpose it over the shot. Yeah, it's another thing. The explosion starts off at its teeth. Do you see it right there? That's where the explosion begins, because apparently someone stuck a stick of dynamite into the thing's teeth. I think my favorite thing about the explosion is it does absolutely nothing. Here's before the explosion. Here's after the explosion. Tell me the difference. Yeah, it's the same picture. So Mr. Ed would like to argue that this goes up from Lamentation status to the heady heights of blue. How many people would like to disagree with him on that? Just random question. No particular reason. Just, you know. Purple. I'm sorry. We've been talking for an hour and 9 minutes about how trash this is. I'm sorry. No. I'll shower you with coconut cream pies later, Bregman. Okay, for right now, this is terrible. I'm sorry. I do think that this actually goes up to the... I think it has that extra oomph that is required to pull it down to Lamentation territory. No, I meant literally, Savacom. I meant literally, no! It's already awful. It's already awful, but yeah, unfortunately, it's still just like even individual scenes just don't work. Like I said earlier, like it's getting to the point where I feel sad pointing out how obviously bad it is. Just does anything in this show work? That's a good question. Hey, look, here's the destroyed factory. Look how destroyed it is. Wait, you're allergic to coconut? Damn it. All right. Fine. Yeah, no. Black. Oh, God. The, so technically because blacks count as 0, and because Google Sheets is trying to show how much of a number it is, it's counting 0 as nothing, which I suppose makes sense. But instead of like a black bar or a black pie chart, there's just nothing there. Yeah, DKC is so far a null on rating. That's my fault. I didn't realize. I didn't realize that. It's actually a void. It's actually a void. Okay, so chop off the local recording.